Hello, baby. Oh, okay. That'll fix that for you.
Yes. Yes, mommy.
All right. I think we're live. G'day, everybody. How are you? I haven't done one of these for a little while, so I'm happy to be back. Now, full disclosure, I practiced, a fair bit, and I got one last practice session in this morning, and it was miserable. It was terrible. My accuracy was woeful. I think I had a high game of like maybe 200 and something, 210 was like, I think 212 was my highest game, and that was on Big Ben. And on the harder patterns, it was really, really bad. So today is going to be the day for sure that you guys are going to whip me. We've got a bunch of people signing in on Facebook. We've got Sean Rose says, "Hey Jason, how you doing, mate? I'm doing well. It is freezing here in Orange. Snowed this morning. So for those in the southern hemisphere of the world, you'll know the feeling that I have right now. Those in the northern hemisphere, probably a little different, being your summer. But yeah, not only is it cold outside, my hands are cold. As I was just saying, had a practice this morning. It was no good. We've got people from all over the world. Make sure in the chat room that you let me know where exactly you're from. We have Walter Sigana. He says, hello from Alaska. G'day, Walter. Nathan Riley, Belmo, it's my birthday. Give me a shout out. Would make my birthday. Happy birthday, Brendan Doherty. No, that wasn't Brendan Doherty. That was Nathan Riley. Sorry. Brendan Doherty says, hey, Jason, I'm from the UK. It's 2 a.m., but I'm committed in winning something. Mate, I hope we get paired up together, and then you'll have a chance to beat me. We have Amanda Rodriguez. Says, hi from Las Vegas, Jason. It's over 100 degrees here. Luckily, that's Fahrenheit. If it were Celsius, you'd be dead. So, but still, 100 degrees Fahrenheit, you might as well die. It's ridiculously hot. Like I said, it was snowing here at home. So, slightly different conditions that we're all playing in. Right. So, a few updates to let you guys know. Obviously, thank you for tuning in and wanting to beat me today to win some really cool prize packs that we have. We've got the code red, we've got the code X, and the intense fire in the game now, as well as a matchup solid. So I'll be throwing a couple of these bowling balls today and seeing how we go. I actually wanted to leave, let's have a look at my arsenal here. We'll go my pro shop, we'll go to balls, we'll go to my arsenal, and if I scroll down I'll see the code X, and let's replace something here. We'll take out the phase 2 and we'll put the code X in. So I haven't put any of these, let's have a look, set it up. I haven't changed any of the parameters for the Codex just yet, so I thought, maybe we could talk about that a little bit before I do. But in my arsenal today, I have an Ice Storm, obviously for my spares, a Pitch Black, well, because it's the only ball that I feel confident I can at least consistently get to the pocket in this game. We have an Intense Fire, a Matchup Solid, and the Code X. So we'll get into some games. Before we do, like I said, a couple of updates. We changed the graphic rate on the game, so the game looks silky smooth right now, and we're always making that better. So I'm hoping that you guys have enjoyed that frame rate update, and we also put some tourneys in there. Now, believe me, I hear you all loud and clear about the way the tourneys have run, but remember, this was just phase 1 of tourneys. It is obvious if I was to click it. We have the Eiffel Tower tournament happening right now. And a lot of the scores have been super high because of the way that you're able to interchange your low game. We get it. We understand it. This was just phase one, just to kind of let you all, I guess, enjoy, the experience of tourneys, but it's only going to get better. But we're not going to do any tourneys today. We're going to go back to the main lobby. And before we get into it, I'm going into the practice lane. I'm going to get my Codex and I'm going to bowl. We'll start with a two-hander and I'm going to change my parameters. So typically when I play this game, I like to use my own kind of rev rates and axis tilts and axis rotation stats. But the benefit of a video game is you can really manipulate it however you see fit. So I like to see the ball rev. So we'll give it maximum rotation. Why not? But I'm going to get this ball, the Codex, because it is one of our stronger ASIMs. I don't necessarily want to put too much side rotation on this ball. I want it to pick up a little sooner. So I'm going to maybe go just under halfway with my axis rotation. So about 40 degrees of axis rotation, which is still a lot in terms of the real world. But in the game, I think this could be a really nice kind of like baseline to start with. With my axis tilt, I'm going to give it, we want this ball to pick up a little earlier. So the less axis tilt I give it, the earlier the ball will roll. So let's go with a 10 degrees. Axis tilt, I'll apply those changes. Now, I don't know what pattern I'm on because I've been practicing my invisible oil. I've been getting my family to swipe through the oil patterns and pressing one so I can adjust to it. But we'll throw a shot here and we'll see what it looks like. Okay, we've left the PBA washout. So there's a little bit of oil on this pattern. It doesn't look too flat, doesn't look too short. So it's probably not going to be like a red square. Thanks, family, for not making it difficult for me. I'm going to try and put it through the gap though. I don't remember where I was standing, but I'll try anyway. Maybe. No, a bit slower. Okay, so it looks like there's a bit of curve, bit of oil in the middle. And the way that this ball is rolling, it looks like it could be pretty consistent. I think we need to probably move my feet a little further right with the Codex on this particular oil pattern. So I think I was around 32. Let's go around about 29. And hoping that looks pretty good. All right, so that looks pretty consistent. I guess the key is now to repeat that. We'll go back around about the 29. Oh, that's inside a target. And there was a little bit of oil there. So it kind of looks like, I don't know, Eiffel Tower maybe. That looks like there's a bit of length in that. We'll get rid of that spare. That was a terrible attempt. So that's what I've got my Codex set up to right now on this oil pattern. And again, the reason why I did that, I mean, if we were to change it, and let's give it a little bit more axis rotation, let's go to 64 degrees. I think we'll find the ball go a little longer and create a lot of angle down lane, which isn't really what I want my Codex to be doing. So it's really sharp down lane, which is going to make repeating really difficult. And even if I do hit the pocket, having that much side rotation, there is a possibility of leaving 9 pins. And as you can see, that was just a little in and it had no chance. So we'll go back. We'll set it around about the 40, what was it, 40? Apply. Get my spare ball out. That's a better attempt. All right. Any questions on that? Any questions why I do or did what I just did with my Codex? We'll have a look at my other bowling balls before we get into it. So what have we got? The Intense Fire. It's at 600 RPM, two-handed because I'm two-handed, but you can obviously choose cranker, tweener, or stroker. 10 degrees axis tilt and about 41. So I'm kind of doing the same thing here. But being that the Intense Fire itself has a little bit more length in it, it probably, and we'll have a look, it probably will look a little bit smoother down the lane, a little longer, I should say, down the lane. And it's exactly what it did. Left the ringing 10 being a little bit longer. Made the spare, alrighty. So I could probably bend that is a little bit cleaner through the front part of the lane, a little bit more angular, been a little shinier. I could probably move a little left and maybe create a little bit more angle. That's not going to be too good, I don't think. Oh yeah, little high flush. I thought that was inside a target. Try it one more time. Oh, dude, that's a really bad shot out the window. All right. So I think you kind of get an understanding on what I'm doing here. We'll have a look at the matchup, which looks brilliant, by the way, especially in the game. I love the way this ball is rolling. So how's this set up? It's about 17 degrees of axis tilt, 44 degrees of axis rotation, and maximum RPM, naturally. So this ball is certainly designed to give me a lot more length and a lot more whip in the back. So we'll move a little further right with this. Oh, that's way inside a target. I told you I'm off today. But doesn't it look great going down the lane? I think this ball looks sick. All right, good spare. So this ball is going to give me way more length and way, way too far left, which is cool because now I have a different look with this particular ball. How did that not spare it, by the way? So I'm going to be able to play this a lot straighter. And there we go. So I've moved 5 boards further right with my matchup, and it looks pretty good. Or not if I throw it there, it won't. So at least now I've got, there we go. At least now we've got a few different bowling balls that have, different looks. A couple of people are asking in the chat, when is Roto Grip going to be in the game? James McLover says. Really good question, James. It's not as easy as just throwing the balls into the game. We work really, really closely with Storm on making sure that these bowling balls roll true in the game as they do in real life. So that takes time, and it's not something that I take lightly. Like, I don't want to just throw a ball in this game and say, hey, we got Roto Grip, and then it doesn't roll great. So working with the Roto Grip R&D team, making sure that materialistically it looks really pretty the way that it's supposed to. Again, not just throwing some colors together and calling it, a halo or anything like that. It is certainly a goal of mine. So as soon as it happens, you guys will be the first ones to know. All right, you guys want to play against me. You guys want to win some packs. Let's do it. So we've got the new invisible oil room, which is brutal. That's really tough. I'd love to see us maybe add, and maybe something that I can get you guys opinions on. Maybe like 1 or 2 practice balls before starting. At least to give you a clue of what's out there. Because heading straight into it, it is brutal. You have no idea what it's going to be. The pattern is continually changing, and it's invisible, so you don't know. Obviously, the Pro Room, and then all the other patterns. We do have in the pipeline some new patterns that'll be coming out. We'll focus them around the tourneys to start with. So I'm looking forward to show you those when that next update comes up and when we're prepared to put them into the game. But for now, let's go somewhere in the middle. Let's go Statue of Liberty. Now, remembering, guys, if you beat me today, you will get the prize pack featuring the bowling balls, the new bowling balls, Intense Fire, Matchup Solid, and Codex. We have Andrew Munro, and he has qualified for the prize already by being linked to his Facebook account. Obviously, there are some rules within the game. You can't quit, otherwise you automatically lose. And if there are any glitches in the scoring, the game score will not count. If it's a draw, though, I'll let you guys win. You'll get your choice of one of the 3 new Stormball packs in the game. Now, I've said I'm going to announce... Hey, what's going on with this? It looks like I have frozen here. Let me try and fix this real quick. I know, I kind of feel bad for Andrew Munro here. I have a feeling I'm not going to see him again. I wonder why that happened. Hasn't happened all morning. We'll try and get that back up and running. Yeah, so I said that I was announcing which prize pack you'll get, but honestly, you know what? I feel like you guys can choose whichever one that you want. That's why I lost Andrew, because my Wi-Fi on my phone is down. Well, that sucks. I wonder why. All right, we'll try this again, and this time without Wi-Fi. I'll use my data. Let's see if that one works better. Plug you back in. Alrighty. Sorry, Andrew. Kind of feel bad for you now. I probably would have beaten you anyway, so it wouldn't have mattered. Alright. We'll retry the connection. Reboot the game. Fingers crossed. Naturally, as I go live, all hell breaks loose, which is just usual. That's exactly how it's going to happen. Alright, while that's loading. Oh, why? Alright, maybe I need to start my phone again. But that is annoying. Alright, well, I'm going to boot this back up again. In the meantime, we can talk about Go Bowling Day. Today is National Bowling Day. If you get a chance, go to www.gobowling.com and you can download a free game of bowling at any participating centre, which is pretty cool. I think that's in the US only, though. I think. Not 100% sure. I'm almost certain, though. It's only in the US. With that being said, I'm sure most of you guys today are American. So, yeah, do that. All right, we're back up and running here, but doesn't seem to be working. Why? Look. All right, we've got a few people saying in the chat, my game just stopped working. Yeah, me too. Too many servers gone down. It's possible, which isn't great because I want as many people playing this game as possible. I don't want the servers to go down. Rest in peace, Andrew, says Chris Reith. That's funny. All right, well, I don't know what to tell you guys. I'm offline. Can't do it. Offline, here you go. I'll plug you in so you can see it on the screen again. I am offline. No bueno. Well, seeing as the servers have gone down, what can we do? I think we can just have a chat. So let's have a chat. We're going to get back with these guys, and in the next couple of days, I'm going to do this all over again, and we're going to fix this problem. So, sorry, I feel really bad, but technology, sometimes these things happen. I'm hearing that everybody in the chat room, is experiencing the same thing. It just quit on me, crashed it. It's crashed worldwide. I don't know if that's a good thing, but I mean, so many people want to try and win these ball packs that we've crashed the servers again. I had somebody, who was it? Was it Chris again? Hey, hang on. Chris was like anti Andrew. Rest in peace, Andrew. Now he's saying because I quit the game, Andrew should win, which maybe he's right. I think we can do that. All right, I'm going to make a note. Let's see if I go back and contact Andrew Munro, and I'll just give him a new storm pack, either the Intense Fire or the Matchup Solid or the Codex. Maybe in the meantime, I can play around a little bit with these bowling balls while I'm having a chat. I can do that. So as you can see, I've got the oil pattern on here, but what I've been doing is I've been taking the oil pattern off and then like not looking and then just pressing a lane pattern and then trying to experience which one I've picked and then guessing which one it is. I've been all right at it, actually. It hasn't been... hold. I haven't made too many mistakes based off what I'm seeing on the lane. However, when you're playing a match against somebody, that's a lot of oil in the middle of the lane. This is an easier pattern, I think. Not getting any practice balls is something that we've got to fix because it's impossible to guess because each pattern is so different. So you really have no idea until you throw half the game, really, or at least a couple of shots. So we'll fix that. That'll be something that we'll add into it. Been Go Bowling Day today, National Bowling Day. I want to know in the chat room if there is anybody who has gone bowling or intends to go bowling today. I've got somebody trying to call me. Kenny Seymour wants to have a chat. Kenny, not right now. I saw somebody here. Benny Wilcox says we can't see your screen. Okay, well, let me plug this back in. Well, it's been a comedy of errors today, which, sometimes that's how it happens. I've been testing all of this for hours today to make sure it was working, and now nothing works. So if you went bowling today, let me know. I want to know if you went bowling. It's 11:22 a.m. here, and my family and I will go bowling on Go Bowling Day. We will hit the lanes, try and get some proper bowling in. I'm going to try and get some practice in with my family. Hugo has really started to shine. He is loving bowling right now. And he's got this ridiculous curve going too. So it makes me proud to watch him stand at the left gutter and throw it to the right gutter and see it come back. All right, we've got Nathan Matthew Smith Crossley. That's a mouthful, mate. He says, I've got league tonight. All right, well, good luck in league. George Vargas says, I bowled 212 today. In league, or just did you go and have a little practice somewhere, George? Jan Ringquest Larsen says, can't you come to Norway and play? ? Man, I haven't been to Norway in a really long time. I do want to go back. It is one of the most beautiful countries in the world. It's expensive. It's super expensive, but it's beautiful. I'm going to try and throw this intense fire to the pocket here. That's way right. That ain't going to hook back. Now, I've had the opportunity to throw the intense fire in real life and super surprised about it. I was not a fan of the intense. For me, that ball was just... That's a really bad shot again. The intense, it just seemed to just pick up so early. And, I mean, that's what it was designed to do. So it's not like it did what it wasn't supposed to do. I tried to find a drilling that I could really enjoy with it, but because it was just a little too early for me, I felt like it lost a lot of punch down the lane. But the intense fire gives me a little bit more length before it wants to start to get into its roll. So I get that really strong, intense shape, but now with a slightly different cover, and it looks really cool, by the way. It's got that chameleon cover stock, so when you put it in the light, it looks a little different depending on the angle that you use. It's a much better shape for me. I'm really, really impressed with the intense fire. What I am super excited to try, and I haven't tried it in real life yet, is the matchup solid. Mainly because I think it just looks super cool going down the lane. I've always enjoyed solid cover stocks over my entire career. The solid cover has always been probably more controlled for me, again, because it does have a smoother reaction down lane than the pearls. So when you're playing a tournament, that solid cover is going to be really good for the first half of that block, and then switch into something with a pearl additive into it later in the block. Generally is the move, but the matchup and its range for the price point that it's in is really impressive. Oh, that's left. So I'm looking forward to throwing that. Now the Codex, which I'll throw in a minute, that's been a funny ball for me. A really funny ball in real life, I'm talking about. I had an extremely good success rate with the code black. I didn't like the code red so much. So the code X been kind of like a mixture of both. I thought, maybe I'll really enjoy it. Now, the couple of times that I have used it, it's looked either amazing for me, where I feel like I could win the tournament, or it's like, no good. I got to put it straight back in my bag. So I think just because of my rev rate being a little bit higher, I just don't know if that cover stock mixed with that weight block and core is really designed for a guy with 600 RPM. I see players with a lot lower rev rates really enjoying the Codex. Actually, somebody who I watch use it a fair bit was Pete Weber. He has obviously a lot of axis rotation, but that lower rev rate, man, that ball looks really, really controlled for him. I didn't really think it was consistent for me across the whole range of patterns. It was really pattern specific for me. But I mean, it hooks. I mean, anything with a Storm logo on it typically is going to hook pretty nicely. Has anyone in the chat shot or used any of these new bowling balls, the Codex, Intensify, or Matchup Solids? I'd be interested to know if you have. I mean, that was a pretty good shot right there. Maybe I should... Oh, that was cool. Maybe I should throw it like this. What's the... what have I got? 10 degrees tilt, 40 degrees axis rotation. All right, maybe that's how I need to throw it in real life. Yeah, it looks pretty good right there. What pattern were we on? I can't remember. What was that? Is this Eiffel Tower? No. I don't know. What was it? Oh, Statue of Liberty. That's what it was. How cool is this, by the way? I've been able to change a pattern. Let's go to something a little harder. Go to Sphinx. Let me answer some of your questions. Nathan Crossley says, I have an Intense Fire and it's amazing. That's awesome. We've got people. Joshua again says, the server is back up. All right, well, let's see if it is. I'll try. I want to play you guys. I'm not afraid. We'll see if it's back up. Or maybe for you guys. Ah, it does. It appears to be back up. Brilliant. So we can go back to you guys winning some prize packs. I don't mind staying on a little longer, being the fact that this thing decided to die. So what was I going to play last time? Was it Statue of Liberty, Tower of Pisa? I can't remember what I was going to play. Anyway, we'll go back because I was going to play in the practice room Sphinx. So let's play some Sphinx. See how we go. All right, we've got Dean Scott. Dean's linked to his Facebook account, which means he's eligible to win one of the new Storm ball packs. And we'll see how he goes. Well, he's got a lot of axis tilt here. Kind of like a mini spinner. And then the complete opposite for his spare ball. But effective. Okay, let's go with my Intense Fire here. What do we got here? We'll play around there. Oh, that was a pretty good start. Dean, you got me on a good day. because I've been practicing this morning and was honestly atrocious. Really, really atrocious. So I'm going to turn my oil pattern off. Can I do that? Oh, I can't do that in this room. Okay. Kind of want to practice not seeing the oil. Yeah, I've had some pretty rough games this morning. But it appears you're having a little rough morning too, or evening, depending on where you are. Alright, so if I can execute this one, which I think I just did. Oh, come on! Trying to get off to an early lead with a double. Make the spare. Oh my goodness. Alright. Who needs spares? I'm going to strike out for 268. I feel a little robbed. I feel like that probably should have struck. I mean, it was high. It was really high flush, but let's be honest. That's a pretty unlucky break. I'm going to tell him to. Unfair. Brendan Doherty says, I've used the Codex, and it's the best ball in my arsenal. That's awesome. I'm glad you really like Storm's newest and latest, greatest bowling balls. Maybe this time. Oh, a little bit wide. All right, got a little lucky break. Paid me back. All right, made the cover. 2, 4, 8, 10 would have been a little bit more difficult to spare, so I probably should be thankful for that. Walter Sagana says he's only used them in the game. Bowling is an expensive hobby. Yeah, I mean, there are probably a few more expensive hobbies, but, you know, bowling certainly isn't cheap. Something that we need to change, don't we? We need to kind of like, I don't know, somehow get massive amounts of sponsors and find ways that we can make bowling more affordable for everybody. All right, so we've got a pretty good shot here from Dane. Put me back under the pressure. I moved the board left, but I missed left too. Get 2 of them. All right, made the spare. So Dane's probably feeling now he's got his first strike. Needs to follow it up with a double. Let's see how he goes. I actually have a bad feeling that it's going to be a good shot again. Well, I mean, bad feeling for me. It's a good feeling for Dane here. All right, let's see how Dane goes. It's only down by, if he strikes here, he'll be down by 6 again. Uh-oh. Speaking of the number 6, I see the little circle, and that's a nasty leave too. Should be an open frame here, Dane. Should be. If you make this. You made it? Get out of here. That was sick. That was a great spare. That was awesome. Oh, hook a lot. Okay. So what was that shot? That was out the window, was where that one went. I was too busy thinking about Dean's great spare shooting. That was sick. The 4, 7, 9, 10. Just clutch. Made it perfectly. That was ridiculous. Meanwhile, I'm missing easy spares. 10 pin. No, was it 10 pin I missed in the second frame? Yeah, 10 pin. I missed the 10 pin in the second frame. Meanwhile, Dean's just nailing splits. All right, let's see if he can bounce back. Maybe the adrenaline is a little hype for him. Oh, he's getting some pretty bad breaks. There's another split. No, it's not a split. Is that a split? Can anyone tell me, is the 5, 7, 8 a split? I thought it would be a split. Is that not a split? That's a split. I'm pretty sure that's a split. All right, here we go. Hook a little bit. Oh, no. I'm going to have to ball change here. I think I'm trying to create too much room with my intense fire. Bounce it off the wall. All right, and It's a 11-pin game, and I'm not feeling confident at all. Lisa Ozio says, what's the app called? Lisa, it's called Bowling by Jason Belmonte. You can download it in the App Store, and you can also download it in Google Play stores. It's free to download, so quickly get cracking and play what I think is the most realistic bowling game ever made. All right, I'm going to change balls. Let's go to Codex. I wonder why we lost some of those parameters, so I'm going to have to hurry here. Fall over. All right, I can make this. That's better. Nailed it. Did anybody happen to see my 710 spare at the Lucy doubles? First ever. Never made it before in my life. Not in practice. Not in any time ever. It was my first ever 710. I had made it, I had made it one time in a trick shot that I was doing in Portland, Maine. And I made it, like the pin bounced out and I made it. However, if you look at that video, which is on my social media pages, you'll see that just down the very end, because I threw 2 balls at it, but just down the very end, I hit the other ball. Oh my God, that's a really bad shot, Jason. That's disgustingly bad. I'm too busy thinking about 710s. I'll go Brooklyn. Oh, I've just let Dean Scott in here big time. Real big time. So it just hits the other ball down the lane. So I can't count it because I threw 2 balls at it, but because it hit the other one, even though it was just a little bit, I can't count it. But at the Lucy doubles, it was legit. Threw at the 7-pin bounced out, spun around, took out the 10. Magical. It was magical. Now I'm kind of getting the feeling like I need to make it all the time, now that I know how to do it. It only took me 33 years of my bowling career to make it. All right, I'm going to throw a better shot here now because I'm going to focus. I'm going to go 34th board, and I'm going to give it a bit of room. Yeah. See what happens when you just take your time, line your shot up, and actually execute it. I guess it's kind of like the real thing, you know? Chris and Jessica Williams says, Codex or idle, and how is your idle drilled? I prefer the idle, but that is a really strong ball as well. That is really, really strong. So when there's a lot of oil in the lane, I liked it with mine pin up, and it had a little shine to it, actually. And it was, really, really nice. Well, Dean, I may not have bowled a great game, but I bowled enough. Just enough to beat you. Thanks, Dean. I'll leave you. And let's go play some invisible oil. Make it... Not that I need any more difficulty, but let's make it a little bit more difficult by bowling on some invisible oil while I wait for an opponent. Oh no, we have guest. So guest won't be able to win. And you know what? You need to be in your thing. I'm going to say sorry to guest because I don't want to waste everybody's time by bowling against somebody who can't win the prize pack. So we'll try this again. Another guest. Come on. You got to be logged into your Facebook accounts, guys. All right, my menu. Yes, I really do want to leave. Sorry, guys. No Facebook account logged in. Benny Bell, level 104. Okay, Benny Bell. The good news is for me, in this match right now, Benny gets to go first. So I'm going to be able to watch his ball go down the lane to give me an idea. if he ever throws a ball. Come on, Benny. All right, I think he threw it. So I'm going to have an idea on what kind of pattern this is based off what Benny's done once I see his replay, if I get to see his replay. Maybe I don't get to see his replay. Okay. Oh, that's a bloody good spare. And that was a split too, right? The 110's a split. Oh, I got to change some of these circles. All right, so he kind of threw it down the middle. It looked reasonably easy. But that's not going to play well. Not if I throw it that far, right? Oof. All right, that was a terrible frame. Terrible frame. I have a feeling Benny Bell, level 104 with his pitch black, might be in control here. Ben Young asks a pretty good question. He says, how do you feel about the new ball rules with holes? That's a good question. Benny says, sorry, mate, for going Brooklyn. It's okay, Benny. It's okay, honestly. I'll go 32. Is that going to hold? No. All right, so he's pretty flat in the middle. I'm going to move a little further right and hopefully just hit the head pin. All right, so I've gone Brooklyn for the spare. How do I feel about the new ball rules with holes? Honestly, I mean, I don't know how I feel. I don't really know or understand why. I don't understand that part of it. I believe the USB-C's testing showed that the added weight hole gives the player 1 or 2 boards more hook. I just don't think that's so significant. That's what I think. I'm going to use the matchup. I'll go Brooklyn. 4. I'm all over the place. Meanwhile, Benny's got a double here. Still a long way to go. Long way to go, Benny. Don't get too confident just yet. Although I did see him change to the Sonic. Moved way in, play hook the lane. Doesn't make me feel confident, knowing he's probably got a good look now. So, yeah, back to the rules and laws and whatnot. I mean, I'm just going to play with whatever rules they make. It doesn't bother me, but I guess from a perspective of understanding why, I don't know, I don't understand it. So maybe I'll find out when I talk to people more about it, get a clearer understanding. I'm not anti-changes, and I'm not pro-changes. I'm just, let me know why it is this way, and then I will know. Oh dear. This isn't looking very good in this match here at all. Hook just a little bit. All right, good. Made the spare. Got to stay close to Benny. I think I need to move further right. I would love to see this oil pattern because I'm thinking it's in the middle. I'm going to say it could be Sphinx. We'll find out at the end, I suppose. Don McKenzie says, I want to bowl against you. You can, Don. I mean, sign up to the PBA Tour and play in one of those PBA events that's open to everybody, and you get to bowl against me and every other professional out there. Head-to-head with you, without being on tour is really difficult to organise, mainly because my schedule is so full as it is. Just taking some time off to bowl against you personally, Don, is pretty hard. But, yeah, I mean, the PBA Tour, the USB-C Masters is an open event for now. Who knows what it's going to be in the future. But for now, you can sign up and bowl that. What other open events are there? I think the World Series of Bowling is an open event. Dad, I'm busy. I'm busy trying to beat Benny here. Hold. Oh, come on. Pocket 9, 10. Get out of here. This is going to be difficult to make. And that's a really bad attempt at it too. Just when I thought I was getting close to Benny. Too much angle. I need to probably change my ball spec a little bit. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to change my axis rotation, let it be a little smoother down the lane. When it's my turn, that's what I'm going to do. So beware, Benny Bell. That's what's coming your way. Keely says, my pin-up idol is dull and hooks a ton. Does pin-up decrease the reaction? You know what? No. Pin-up doesn't decrease the reaction. I'm going to just change this. Sorry, Keely. Just bear with me for a second while I make these adjustments. I'll get lucky. That was not lucky. That was a really bad shot. No, pin up and pin down are going to give you very different reactions. Now, you know what? There's been a lot of speculation over time out of which way having your ball drilled is designed to give you more or less length. So, growing up, and probably most of you guys, you would have probably have heard, if you drill your ball pin up, you're going to get a little bit more length. And the reality of it is that's not entirely true. From what I understand, some of the testings that have been done, pin up bowling balls actually roll earlier than pin down bowling balls. So it's the opposite of what we've always been told. So the reason why we think pin down balls give us more length is because, and this is, I'm not entirely sure, I've got to look at all the data once again, is that the pin-up ball is going to allow a more aggressive and a slightly earlier but more continuing ball motion. So it's going to appear to hook a lot more. So we move further into the oil because it's hooking more. So that forces us to create ball shape in more oil. So it appears to be going longer. I'm in a lot of trouble here. Sorry, guys. I haven't been focusing on Benny at all. And Benny is punishing me for this. And I can't get a break even if I can get to the pocket. That's another bad shot. You know what I want to say? I want to break my phone. This is how I've been practicing, by the way, today. This is exactly how my form has been. Just erratic, terrible spare shooting. So, to go back, sorry, I feel like I'm constantly bouncing around here. I'm going to focus. I'm going to focus on this question. Yes, so because the ball rolls a little more and has more continuation down lane, we tend to move further inside, seeing more oil, which gives us the perception that the ball is actually going longer. But in actual fact, it's not. It's actually hooking earlier, and it's forcing us to use more of the lane. Now, that's how I was explained it from the guys at Storm, and I believe them. I can't give you any exact data because I don't have it in front of me, but we did do testing on it. There was another testing that found that the pin difference been just above the fingers to just below the difference, saw very minimal difference in ball reaction at all. So I think the idea is, oh crap, I need a ball. The idea is, why didn't I use that ball from the beginning? If you're going to have a pin up and a pin down ball, then you need to make sure the pins are substantially, pin up. It needs to be quite a long way up. And if it's down, it needs to be a fair way down in order for you to see those changes. But like I said, the testing has said or shown that pin down bowling balls actually give you more length. Interesting, I know. So that was a terrible game. Congratulations, Benny Bell. You will be messaged by somebody in my team, and you will be able to choose your prize pack because you beat me. Disappointing, indeed. Very disappointing. Let's do it again. Because I just want to embarrass myself one more time. Brendan Chen says the 110 is a washout, isn't it? Yes, you're right. A 110 is a washout. It's not a split. Earlier, we saw Benny make the 110. And I said, isn't that a split? And it's not because it's their pin. So you're right. I'm wrong. And it's my turn to bowl. We have no idea what oil pattern we're bowling on. So let's hope it's one like this. Ooh. We have Aloysius Nagoy, who is now eligible to win a prize pack. Aloysius, good luck. My first shot with the Intense Fire looked pretty sneakily good. And you've got a pitch black too. I see that, on the invisible oil pattern, having the pitch blacks, not a bad option. Certainly allows for you to be, consistent, not knowing the oil pattern. I've kind of been a little aggressive here, figuring I'll just hook it. Let's see if I can do another good shot. Ooh, I think we're on a pretty easy oil pattern here. I think this could be a high game. Aubrey Gray says, what's your favourite ball in the game? Well, today I'm using the Intense Fire more than anything else. It rolls pretty good in the game. I like it. It gives me a pretty good amount of length. Let's have a look at its specs. It has a high power rating, a lot of hook, and a little bit of length in it. Seems to be a ball that, on this oil pattern anyway. Oh, knock it over. Looks pretty good. Why is he saying yes for? Because I solid 9? It's not very nice. It's not very nice at all. No, I'm gonna smash you now for that. Actually, 279 at you. The Intense Fire. I mean, you can't go past the IQ Tour. That is a really good ball in real life, but it's also a really good ball in the game. A lot of the highlights and screen captures that I see posted on social media are with the IQ Tour and the Phase 2. Saw a few timelesses going down the lane in the game, which is pretty cool. Hook. Oh, no. I trash talked him and then I suffered the consequences of my trash talk. Oh, snap. Take that. 266 now. I'm going to shoot. That was a really, really good spare. Now we'll see if he isn't marveling in my spare shooting ability. Maybe he'll get a little nervous. He says, ah ha 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 ha, nice. Yes, well, I agree with you, it was nice. That should have left a split. Aloysius. But good spare. Oh, that's golden, isn't it? That was absolutely golden. I think the Intense Fire is a really good-looking ball too. I mean, you've got to see it in person to really enjoy the chameleon effect on the cover stock when you put it into the sun. It's really, really cool. It's a pretty close game here. Still using his pitch black. That's going to flat 10 in a minute. Don't you worry, Aloysius. You're going to flat 10 and I'm going to not flat 10. 4, 9. Get out of here. Oh, man. I'm going to hook at it. He is on fire with his spares. Meanwhile, Aloysius is probably laughing. 4-9, 4-9 is going to give me a chance. And then, booyah. with the intense fire, slides the 4-9 across. There's no way Aloysius is double in here. There's just no way. He got a ball. Okay. I'm hoping that you threw it in the gutter and you didn't just time out Aloysius. Maybe you timed out because you were just super excited at watching me spare the 4-9. And we made the spare. All right, well done. That was a good shot too. Nice recovery. All right, intense fire. Do your thing for me. Hook a lot, intense fire. Hook a lot. Oh, man, not enough split. All right, it's okay. 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 Now it's not okay. Oh no! I thought if I'd have made that, I would have done a dance in this room. Taylor Williams says, "Do you know Chris Sloan?" I do know Chris Sloan. Good young bowler, very good young bowler indeed. Lots of potential, and I've got a feeling we're going to see a lot more of him on the PBA tour. All right, I'm changing balls. I'm going to my Codex. Two-handed. I don't know why that isn't saving, but we'll deal with that at another time. For now, I need to make this ball be magical. Oh no, that's way inside. Oh, that was a terrible shot. All right. All right, good spare. Good spare. That Codex is hooking way too much. I've got a few people asking me to go to red square after this. Okay. I'll play one red square and then be done with it. I've been here for an hour already. Oh my goodness. An hour, and I've embarrassed myself for an hour. Man, Aloysius, what? Where is this coming from? I'm going with the matchup. All right, I'm back into it. There's still a chance. I need him to open right now. I need, the one where he just kind of slides it a little left and it goes big fours. I need the big four. I need the big four. Not the strike. We threw that wide too. Now I need a strikeout to force any pressure whatsoever. That's a pretty good shot. All right, my matchup looks pretty good right now. Oh, no. No! It would appear I have lost once again, unless something ridiculous happens. He's using a pitch black. He's not going to, miss it a little left and get 3 off the left, is he? Let's see. All right, Aloysius. Let's see what you got here. 8. And that's the winner. Yeah, I needed that to frame before because then I would have had a slightly more of a chance. Well played, mate. Well played. 227, pretty respectable score. Yeah, I know. I lose. So the screen says Stonehenge. Yep. All right. So I said I would do red square. So let's do it. My win rate on red square is pretty terrible. Lewis Johnson. All right, Lewis. Let's do this. I'm going to have to play this a little smarter. Oh no, that's inside the target. Man, red square, it's paranoia. Like, it is so difficult because you just... Oh, I should have spared it. Thought I nailed that. Because you don't want to throw it too far wide. You just don't want to give it too much room because you know it's not going to hook back. So you miss it in and then there's no hold, which makes it bloody disastrous. April Polk says, I have to try your game. Yes, April, you do have to try my game. I think you'll really enjoy it. Let's see if we can. Oh. I haven't even got words to say to explain that. I mean, that's sick. And I'll miss a spare. Of course I'm going to miss a spare. What? I mean, why would I spare it? It should have fallen. Doesn't fall. How did that not fall? Natalie says, Belmo's having a mental breakdown. Every time I play this game, Natalie, I have a mental breakdown. Oh, and then, of course, Lewis goes Brooklyn and strikes. Nice shot, Lewis. Take that one. That's 10 back. 10 back. I think I can write that. 10 down. I think it should be 10 back. How did that not strike? I'm still bamboozled by that. All right. 3-6-10. This guy's riding his luck right here. Oh, hook a lot. See, that's what I'm afraid of on this pattern. I know what I got to do. That's exactly where I got to throw it, just like that. But you can't miss in at all. So you try to give it the room, and then it falls in the gutter. I'm going to lie to him and tell him. Let me go back. Slipped. All right, Lewis. Pitch black. Oh, 3-6-10 again. Well, you fortuitously spared it the first time. This one looks a little bit more traditional. Much better cover, dude. Maybe. Oh, that's a sick look. Okay, so now, why am I playing this the way that I'm playing this? Right, so you saw that I decreased my axis rotation. So what I'm trying to get this intense fire to do is kind of stand up a little bit towards the pocket. I don't want to see too much continuation. On a really flat pattern, if you're trying to see your ball create a lot of continuation, it is disastrous. It can be disastrous. So I decrease my axis of rotation, my axis rotation degree, to allow it to be a little bit more controlled, which it certainly appears to be doing. So that one, yes, like that's the only thing that kind of, I don't want to, say that it's bad, but it's like if you leak it a little right, because you don't have that axis rotation to bring it back, you can go light because you don't have that continuation. But the idea is you don't miss your bloody spares and you kind of keep it a little bit more consistent and a little bit more controlled, and it should benefit your score. But if you're missing your spares, meanwhile, this guy's got the right idea. Lewis is like saying, you know what? I'm not going to muck around with this. I am just going to throw it straight down the middle. I mean, not a terrible play, is it? I've got to try and make another split. Oh, good. Yeah, I mean, I can make the 3-10. I can make other big splits. Oh, but you know what? Leave an 8-pin in front of me. Leave a 10-pin. Forget about it. No chance. All right, Lewis. I feel like you're going to give me a chance on this pattern. I guess my feeling was wrong. Straight down the middle again with these. I mean, it's smart. I shouldn't hook a lot. hook way more than that. I still have a chance. It's been a bad day. I pre-warned everybody. I practiced this morning. It was atrocious. It hasn't gotten any better. I am happy that I've been able to get some of these splits. But let's be honest. 9 miss. It's pathetic. It's pathetic. I should lose to Lewis and everybody else. Oh, you kind of got a little unlucky then. High flush. Brooklyn. All right, let's see if I can finish strong here. Come on, Jace. No, Jace. That was not good. And I missed that in. Another loss. You need a drink, Lewis. You need a drink. The pressure got to me. Yeah, and here I am, embarrassing myself to Facebook once again. Facebook, YouTube, where else is this going live? It's going live everywhere. And I'm embarrassing myself. It's okay. I don't mind. I'm not even going to watch your shots anymore. That's how little I care about those shots, Lewis. See, I'm the little in, trying to give it a bit more room, but not enough, and split. This pattern is brutal. 139. He had me beat in the 8th frame. I'll watch you destroy me. Well, I kind of don't want to finish on a loss, but it's been an hour and nearly 7 minutes, and I have to go. So the guys who have beaten me today will receive their prize packs of whatever they would like, which is either the Intense Fire, the Matchup Solid, or the Codex. So Lewis here just opens the 10th frame to rub it in my face just a little bit more. Well, Lewis will get his... this is something that you guys don't know about just yet, and it's something we're trialing. Maybe I should tell you about it. Okay. Well, I mean, it's hard not to tell you about it because it's on my screen now. But daily quests is something that I'm testing here in my own hometown. So I won't tell you what the promo code is, but when you use this particular special promo code, you get quests, daily quests in the game, and if you achieve them, you can go to my bowling center and redeem the prizes. So, for example, pick up 3 splits in one-on-one mode, which I've done today, and I can go to my bowling center and pick up a $50 Pro Shop voucher. Pretty cool, right? So if I was to press redeem, which, I mean, you can do it, but if I press it, says your task is complete. Redeem your prize at the Orange or Dubbo 10-pin bowl, which is 2 of the bowling centers my family owns. Now, you can only redeem it when you're in the bowling center. If I was to press redeem now with no one watching, they wouldn't give me the prize pack or the gift voucher or whatever other prize that we've, I guess, what's the word I'm looking for? We have a bunch of prizes that we've allocated for these daily quests. So if you're not around the bowling center staff, you can't get it. So you can press later, come back, or if I press redeem, then it's done. I can go back to the main lobby, and tomorrow, underneath the replay button, will be another daily quest. So that's pretty cool, but we're just doing it as a trial and as a test here in my hometown right now and in the other bowling center called Dubbo, which is about 2 hours away, 2 and a bit hours away from Orange. We'll see how they run, see if there's any kinks, see if there's any things that we want to change, and then hopefully we can partner with bowling centers all around the world and offer that as something. Tell me what you think about that. If you like that idea, yeah, comment in the chat boxes below. Anyway, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you guys hanging in there while we had some technical difficulties at the beginning. really appreciate all you guys downloading the game and playing it. It's really, really cool to see so many people playing Bowling by Jason Belmonte. Get in there, have a look at the new prize packs. They're so cool. The new balls look great. They roll really good. Yeah, if you didn't win one today, you can buy them in the store. Till next time, guys. Peace.